Is the food good, guys?
Yeah?
Is it good?
Yeah.
Alright guys, how you guys doing? Welcome to another video. So today what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be cooking dinner for my family. You guys always see me in this kitchen because at my house I don't have no one to cook for.
I have nobody.
I'm gonna go ahead and cook some mac and cheese. So see, we have the stuff to make the mac and cheese. I got the water warming up so I can cook these right now. Then we're gonna make mashed potatoes from scratch. Then, if you guys come over here, steak that's thawed out. So, you see, they just thawed out. We have chicken that's thawed out. Different types of steak, filet mignon. And then we're also gonna make some corn. But yeah, let's get to it. All right, guys, so right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the elbow macaroni in the water. And what you wanna do is you make sure that you put oil in the water before you put these, so like that, they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. All right, so we're gonna let those boil. You want them to be nice and soft, so when you squeeze them, they're not crunchy or anything like that. And you could also obviously taste one. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and peel these potatoes so we can make the mashed potatoes. You see, they're nice and washed. Alright guys, so now that I went ahead and peeled the potatoes, I washed them again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. So like that, they could go ahead and boil a little faster. Alright, so now that they're cut in half, we're going to go ahead and put them in the boiling water. So guys, so now that we went ahead and put the potatoes, we're gonna wait till all those boil, as you can see. And then we're gonna put also some salt in them. All right, and also, as we can see, the noodles, or I should say the elbows, are also ready. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the elbows in this. Obviously, what is it? Funnel it, and then is it called funnel?
I think so.
I don't know what it's called, but alright. So all the water mostly out. Oh no, it's called straining. It's straining. It's straining. Strain. Haha, I got the word.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. And then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put it in this glass Tupperware here, glass container, glass pan, whatever it's called. Put it like this. All right, and then what you want to do is mix it with some butter, just so that while we're making the cheese sauce, it doesn't get sticky and firm and crunchy. And obviously it gives it the extra flavor once it is in the oven. So the butter's eventually gonna melt. So we could just leave that. Like I said, that's just so it doesn't stick onto it. And then now we can go ahead into making the cheese sauce. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Some cream cheese. At least I use cream cheese. You don't have to, but I do add cream cheese to it. And I always add it at the beginning because cream cheese is kind of tough to melt. You see, the cheese melted a little bit. So we can go ahead and add the heavy whipping cream. And this is gonna make it saucy. Heat up a little bit. I like to add the seasonings when the milk doesn't have the cheese in it yet, the actual sharp cheddar that we use. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some seasoning. I add garlic salt, or garlic powder first, I'm sorry. Onion powder. Black pepper. Am I blind? Where's the salt? Oh. Gracias. I'm gonna put some salt. Some of this too. Some paprika, and this is gonna give it that color and that smoky taste. Alright, so now that that's heated a little bit, what we're gonna do is go ahead and add the sharp cheddar. And yes, I don't shred it myself because I'm not doing all that. I don't got time for it. I know everyone tells me, no, you gotta shred it, you gotta shred it. I don't got time. This comes already pre-shredded, I'm cool. I'm gonna mix it, and this is what's gonna make, obviously, it stick more and make it more saucy than liquidy. All right. See, now it's that yellow. So we could go ahead and put it with the elbows. And what I like to do is put some, mix it, and then put more. Some of this. And mix it in between so it can have that crunch in between. Alright guys, so now, see, we put the sauce in the mac and cheese, and we have the oven preheated to 365. You see, mac and cheese already looks good. It hasn't even been baked. So we have the mac and cheese. We're probably gonna leave it in there till it gets nice and golden, usually like probably 35 to 45 minutes. And right now, what we could do is start checking the potatoes. You check them is by poking them. And you see they're still, ooh, drop some water. They're still a little hard, so they're still not ready. I would say probably give them like 10 more minutes and they should be done. All right guys, so now we have everything out. So we see we have different types of steaks. We have T-bone, I think this is New York strip, Wagyu, I'm not sure what that is. And then on this side we have chicken. We have this non-seasoned, this is already seasoned. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and season it. Alright, and I'm seasoning them like this, guys, because I'm doing it differently. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some teriyaki sauce and also make some shrimps. So you guys see me making the shrimps right now. But this is why I'm seasoning it like this, not like an original or a regular steak that you... This isn't seasoned, so that one's already seasoned. I'm not gonna add this. All right, and then we can check the potatoes now. That's already seasoned. So you check them, like I said, you just poke them and see if they're good, but they're still not ready. All right, guys, so while we wait on the potatoes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make the corn. Corn is simple. All you need is obviously the corn, some butter, and then you can put some pepper and some salt and then some seasoning in it. That's at least how I make it. Put it in the pot. I'm always using the wrong utensil. And that's pretty much it. All you have to do is just wait for it to heat up, all the butter to melt, and then you should be all good. So we're gonna let that cook and sit for a minute. All right, guys, so it's been about 20 minutes that it's been in here. Just want to give you guys an update. As you see, it's crunchy, but it's still not as burnt as I liked it. All right, guys, so now I went ahead, the potatoes are done. I went ahead and took the water out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mash them. So what I like to do, throw it in there. And I'm using it a lot only because it is a lot of potatoes, so. Grab some milk. All right, we add the milk. We don't want to add too much, depending on how mushy you want them.
That's enough damn salt there, Willie.
I know what I'm doing.
Everybody want all that goddamn salt in their potato salad.
And so now that we went ahead and mashed the potatoes and put the seasoning, the amount of seasoning that we want, I always add some cheese. Now we have the mash done, we have the corn done, and we could go ahead and start doing the steaks. The mac and cheese, let's check that out. It's not that burnt color that we want yet, so we're gonna give it some more time. I'm gonna do the steaks, do the chicken on 2 different pans, and I'm also gonna do these shrimps. I'm gonna go ahead and do these shrimps in the teriyaki sauce and then mix them together, so it's gonna be good. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead, do the steak. So what you wanna do is obviously turn the fire on, but you don't wanna turn it too high because you don't wanna burn and put charcoal all on it, or coal, or whatever it's called. Point is, you don't want to burn them. The steak. Now that the butter's melted a little bit, we're gonna start off with the T-bone steaks on the grill. All right, chicken on the other side. Let me wash my hands. No cross-contamination. All right, so I wash my hands so we don't cross-contaminate. Now we grab the chicken. Put the chicken on there. All right, so we're gonna do 3 chickens. And like I said, you don't wanna keep the fire too high because you don't want them to burn. So we're gonna let that cook. All right, guys, so you see it's been a couple minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and check. These ready to flip. That's ready to flip. All right, guys, so the mac and cheese is about as crunchy as you want it. It could be a little bit more, so what I did is I turned the oven off and I'm gonna leave it in there. So the next thing that we're gonna be doing are the shrimps. I already have them in the pan, but we're making these shrimps. Let me show you guys the shrimps. All right, so for the shrimp, you want to let the butter melt on there. What you want to add is some pepper to it, some of this seasoning, little bit of cayenne pepper just to give it some taste to it, some little burn to it. Then you want to mix it around. Start turning orange, which means obviously that they're cooking. Want to just leave them on low so they can cook slowly. As you guys see, the chicken is cooking, the steak is cooking. We can check them both sides. See, nice chicken. It's probably hard doing it in one hand, but you guys see the chicken. I like my chicken crunchy. Teriyaki sauce to the top to give it some extra flavor. Nice and juicy. So we have finished cooking. Everything is completely done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what we made. Nice juicy corn. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Burnt, nice and crunchy how we like it. And last but not least, we have the meat.
Mamacita, ven pa' acá que tú estás rica. Muévelo pa' mí, pa' arriba y